How are you doing tonight? I did not anticipate having to make another video, but Wizards of the Coast is the gift that keeps on giving. Executive producer of D&D, Kyle Brink, sat down to do an interview with the YouTube channel Three Black Halflings, which I will link to in the description of this video. In it, he said a couple of interesting things, and one very explosive thing, which I think could end up blowing up in Wizards of the Coast's face yet again. First of all, he addressed a couple of different things. They had asked if there was going to be another OGL, and this was his response.
Are there plans to potentially introduce a new OGL that is specific to 1D&D?
I don't think so. I don't see the value in it. If Creative Commons is such a great open license. I think if at such time as we decided to put more stuff out into the public space, we'd do it through probably Creative Commons, I think.
They also asked his thoughts on the initial, let's just say, lackluster Wizards of the Coast response. You know, the one that we're talking about. They won, and so did we. And he deftly deflected criticism about that.
In light of the response to that, and I guess my question is, if in fact there was so much work being put into that initial response, how did we end up with what we got?
The statement that came out on the Friday, I read it around the same time you did.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So essentially this was not communicated. Go ahead. Yeah. Go ahead, Liv. Sorry.
I just wondered, how did you feel when you read that? What did you think of it?
I was not pleased with what we had posted.
Additionally, they talked about virtual tabletop and whether it was going to replace physical copies of rulebooks. And he basically said that that's not the case, that they were just offering more options.
So our goal is to give you more ways to play. So it's and, not instead. We're going to keep making the game as we do today. And that's also why we love all the work that's being done by all the VTTs out there. We think that's great. It's been essential for people to be able to play that way. And we think that's going to continue to be true. We would also like to offer a cool looking 3D space if people want to play in that too. But it's not ever meant to replace. It's just meant to be additive. Here's another way you could play if you like that. Here's another way you could play if you like that.
But it was when the hosts asked about race and representation at Wizards of the Coast and how they thought it was lacking, that Kyle went and said this about white guys in the D&D hobby.
This is not the face of the hobby anymore. And I think there's been mistakes made in years past where people assumed that D&D players were all, white dudes in a basement, which has been a faulty assumption for a lot of years and gets more and more false every day. And so it's, in my viewpoint, honestly, guys like me can't leave soon enough.
I don't know what else you can say about that. It's certainly racist. It's proof that Wizards of the Coast does not want the business of what was a large part of their traditional fan base. Even if it wasn't all, it was certainly a large part. This is why people are leaving Wizards of the Coast and going to places like the OSR. If you are a white man, the big players in this hobby, they do not like you. They do not want you. So go to places where you are wanted. Do not give Wizards of the Coast one more dime. Not one more dime. You guys let me know what you think in the comments below. I think this is going to be a firestorm. What do you guys think? I think we should let them know that we will not go quietly. Thanks also to Elle for putting this on my radar just a couple hours ago. All right, you guys take care. Have a great night, and we'll see you soon. Bye.
What qualifies you to be a U.S. Senator? You have 60 seconds.
Hi. Good night, everybody.